Hey guys, it's Amber from Unique Rabbit Soaps. A lot of you guys have been asking how I make my soap, so I thought I'd do just a little tutorial today on how I actually make it. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't already, hit that red button down below that says subscribe, make it gray, and that way you can see more soap that we'll be making, and that should be exciting. So let's go. Okay, so this is the soap that I use. It is actually a base that has already been through the lye process. So I like to do it both ways. Today I'm going to be doing it this way. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's maybe not as complex in learning how to do the process. But I do enjoy the process of the other soap that I make, which is the cold process soap. Love, love, love it. So anyway, what I do, first I'm going to cut up the Shea Butter. Shea Butter is the one that we are using today. First I'm going to cut it up. Then I'm going to put it inside these measuring cups. And then I'm going to put it in the microwave, melt it, add my color. Okay. And then add, this is the fragrance I'm going to use. I use Nurture soap products. They are awesome, so I highly recommend them. The scents, the fragrance are awesome. The micas are just, oh my goodness. I haven't found anything any better, so it is really, really good stuff. If you get into it, you might want to consider using their brand of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start cutting up. Alright, so when you're cutting up the Shea Butter or whatever base that is that you want to use, it's actually not that easy. So what I've done, I've got a nice big, well, medium-sized bamboo cutting board, and then I have a nice big knife. So, and what I have found that works best as far as making it a little bit faster, if I stack my soap on top of each other after I've cut a few pieces, I can cut through more than just one piece at a time, because when I first started doing this, I was just cutting it up one piece at a time, and it would take me forever. So now, you can see it's kind of hard. I stack them up, and then I can cut through it, and it saves time. So the whole process, it can be time consuming, depending on how much you make. What I have found is if I make a bigger batch of things, it's a little bit easier. Today, what I'm going to make is the first soap in my new Teen Spirit line. So I'm going to go with, as you'll see right here, Syracuse colors, or Auburn, if you please. Teen colors that are navy blue and orange. And I hadn't decided. We'll have to see later in the video what I decide if I want to add a little bit of white to it, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit, because it is a white-based soap. Okay, so you see that's not that easy. I guess it depends on your muscle strength. All right, stack it. Stack, stack, stack. All right, here we go. Okay, my blocks need to be about that size. As you see, it will melt easier in the microwave. Of course, the smaller you cut it, but the smaller you cut it, the more time it's going to take. Just be really careful with your knife. Watch your fingers. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to put it in my measuring cup. Although I'm being very careful. Respect the blade. And this looks like it's going to fill up this cup. And if I'm going to use this one, which this is one of my favorite silicone molds because it just gives a nice big block, I need a little bit more than 2. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So I tend to have them like heaping because it'll melt down. All right, now the other one. That might be enough. This is what I do, and you may do it different, but the way I do it is I add my mica, and then I spray it with alcohol. Of course, I don't breathe that. And I stir it, and it liquefies it. That way, when you put it in your soap, it won't make big clumps, because it will if it's not, I guess, broken down with the alcohol. So you can see the mica turned from a powder into a liquid by doing that. Okay, so that'll work out really well when I get that melted. Let's see. Let me get another. Alright, got it. So that should be all the orange we need. And I'm going to put that to the side. And then I'm going to get my dark navy blue. Now, I've used this before and it turns out really dark, so I'm hoping to keep that navy blue look instead of like black or gray. So, isn't that pretty? Look. It's so pretty. Of course, I love navy. All right, don't breathe out. And I'm just gonna mix. It is gorgeous. It's really got a good shine to it. It's just so pretty. So, crossing fingers that it will look like that when I mix it in the base, because it would be so pretty. Okay, there's that. All right, so now for the shine, Mystic Gold. And it just adds a little bit to what we already have. All this is alcohol. I think you can use 70%. This is 90%. And that is what I have read that is recommended. It will also help you not create air bubbles, because nobody wants air bubbles in their soap. All right, we're good to go. I'm going to melt. Okay, come with me. All right, got it. Ooh. So put it in there. All right, and I put it on for 1 minute, but then I stir it in 30-second intervals. You don't ever want to burn your soap. I haven't done that, but I heard it smells really bad. So just make sure that you stir often. And I know never go more than 30 seconds unless it's that first time of doing it. So. Okay, this is getting melted, but not quite yet. So I'm going to put it back in. All right, so there's the soap. So now it's time to add the color. I'm going to add my fragrance. Okay, and you can decide whatever fragrance you want to use in yours. Okay, so now I've got all my colors mixed up. I've got my fragrance in there, and I'm ready to pour. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go orange, and then a thin layer of white, and then the gray. It's supposed to be dark navy blue, but you'll see it's navy, but it's got some, I don't know, some navy blue shine. So it's pretty neat. Still looks like a men's soap. So I'm going to pour it into my mold. Oh boy. So I'm going to pour some orange into each of them. And then what I'm going to do, here, look down here. And then what I'm going to do is let it set up for just a couple of minutes so that I can then add the gray on top. Oh, and something I need to mention, let me go back to this one, put a little bit more in these. When I spray like that, you'll notice that I'm getting rid of the air bubbles. I mean, it just makes them disappear instantly, and that's one thing that you do not want in your soap is air bubbles. So if you'll spray some alcohol, they will go away, which is good. This is going to be so pretty. Now, I'm going to let that set up for a couple of minutes, and then we'll add the white line. Okay, so now it's time to add the white line. So what I've done, I put it in the microwave for just, I don't know, about 20 more seconds, just to make sure it's heat, because you don't want any clumps in there. So now I've done that, and we're about to add a line of the white before we add the gray navy color. So watch this. And I'm just wanting a thin line of white in the soap. Again, and oopsie. In just a second, I'm going to get my alcohol so that I can spray for any bubbles. Okay, that's good. So now I'm gonna spray for bubbles. If I wait and do all of it, then this one right here, it'll have bubbles in it and they'll stay there because it tends to set up, you know, that quickly. Not firm, but the bubbles will stay. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this one. Just a little bit. There we go. Go back. Add that. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be a fine line of white. And then we'll add this stuff. But you can see how it's kind of set up. I'm going to put it in the microwave for a few seconds and liquefy it a little bit more. Okay, so what I've done, I really didn't want the gray color. So I'm going to put that to the side, and I decided to go with some indigo because I really wanted my top color to be navy blue because that's kind of the team color I'm going through for. So orange, white, and then here goes the closest I can get to navy blue. The bars that we sell are around like 3.8 to 4 ounces, and so if I fill it to the top, the bar is a little heavy, so I end up not filling it exactly to the top. Okay, spray these guys down. See how it just gets rid of the air bubbles immediately. That's a good thing. Still looks a little gray to me, but hey, it's still going to be a beautiful bar soap. Oop. And I'll show you at the end what it looks like. All right. Gosh, that is awesome. Sometimes I have to go back and I have to make like some more soap because it doesn't fill all of the soap mold places. So sometimes I have to go back. This worked out perfectly, and it really takes about 3 of these to fill up that. I bought these off of Amazon. They are awesome because they have the spout, and you can also do the kiss and pour method, which I've done with a lot of my soaps. So I'm going to let this set up, and then when I take it out of the mold, I'll let you take a look. Okay, we're finally ready to get the soap out of the mold, so let's take a look. I hope it turns out so good. That would be my dogs. Shh. Oh my gosh. Huh? Wow, look at that. Love it. Love the way the white band turned out on the sides. It's so pretty. I love it. Love, love, love. So, I like this. And I think a lot of people are going to like this. It's pretty cool. So, look at the next one. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. All right, good. All right, so I put them on a pretty tray, and then I list them online for sale. So if you would like to have some, go to our Unique Rabbit soaps out on Etsy, and you can purchase them there. Until then, I'll be making more soap. Oh, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. That way you won't miss any of our videos, and we look forward to making more with you. Have a great day.